Some men are born to be leaders, some advisors, serfs, or even servants. But there are some men that are born into nothing, and make do with what they have. Me? I'm just an enlisted killer, as the Chimera Alliance calls it. Plain and simple. But before I even started as Wulfhelm of Horkos, I was originally just Drustan, the defiant prisoner. 3 years ago, before the Truce of Wyverndale, in the beginning of Horkos, I was a convicted killer. I was part of a raiding party of vagabond warriors, and I got left behind when the Lawbringers arrived to defend the town while we ransacked it. Instead of being executed right there on the spot, I was taken prisoner and held in captivity, shackled in chains and left to rot for a week in a cell. Then suddenly, to my surprise, the very same lawbringer that detained me showed up in my cell. He gave me a very simple offer. You can either have your head on the chopping block, or make yourself useful to the world for once and fight for us. Your choice. At first, I wanted to tell him he could take the offer and stick it where the sun don't shine. But I wanted freedom, and I knew that the group I ran with wasn't going to come back for me. So I agreed, was unshackled, and brought forth to take an oath to fight with valor, honor, and courage. 3 things that didn't mean anything to me, and all it would do was hold me back and restrain me from carrying out things more efficiently in battle. After I had taken the oath, I was fitted with some simple, basic, and obviously used iron armor, along with a battered shield and a flail that gave me splinters with some pieces of leather wrapped around for a tolerable grip. I was basically just a common mercenary now, with an empty promise to a gilded pompous lord on a decorated throne. Then, during my 3 years of service, I had still stayed at the same rank of a grunt. To be honest, there were so many times I wanted to bash the head of our commander during these intense battles fought in the fields, towns, and castles. But I couldn't do it without obviously several witnesses noticing me. Then came the Truce of Wyverndale. A bunch of weak-willed fools prancing around in play fights, with all sorts of food and drink. I thought that perhaps I was finally done having to play puppet for these fools. It turns out that I was the true idiot all along. Since there was no war to fight, I was stripped of my rank, and was to be executed along with several other rank-and-file grunt criminals, in a public display in front of everyone. They said they had no need of common mercenaries and ex-convicts in their new world. I was furious, with a rage I still don't have the words for. That was when all could truly see how duty, virtue, valor, and honor meant nothing in reality, just as I thought it did. It was simply an excuse for the weak to try and control the strong. But then, she came. Astria, leader of the clan named Horkos. She had come like a deliverer of true justice in black gilded armor with her followers, to destroy the weak, and let the strong truly emerge as she claimed. With her distraction among the killing of all those idiots I had to fight alongside with, I was released by one of the Horkos members, a Wu Lin, a Zhan Hu, by the orders of Astria. The second I was released, she asked me a simple question. Are you a wolf or a sheep? I didn't know what she was talking about, so I just went with my gut. I told her that I want to make these weak pieces of filth pay for what they put me through, and I want to do that by bashing each and every one of their skulls in one by one. All I could hear was a slight laughter followed by 2 words. A wolf. I was immediately tossed a weapon and shield, lacking armor but not caring, as I felt relief with a sense of joy as she simply stated, "Go then, and show me what you can do, wolf." As the thunder and continuous downpour of rain kept going, I helped Astria take down each and every member of that castle one by one. All the way up to the lawbringer that enslaved me years ago. I was given the honor of decimating him myself, and once Astria's takeover was complete, I was now a part of her Order of Wolves, and given new armor, a beautifully made shield, and a flail with a very lethal Morning Star head. I was given the name Wulfhelm, and from that point onwards was known as the Wolf Protector of Horkos. Any order Astria gave, I carried out with immense prejudice and with pleasure. I helped overlook her Horkos initiation rituals, and rites of passages through intense, brutal combat. There was no such thing as honor, only strength, and that's all I needed to know. Then, a new war came with the coming of a new alliance known as the Chimera Alliance. We were given a new chance to prove our skills and strength, and bask in victory against the weak once more, as we did at the Castle of the Shard. Every battle that came, I welcomed with open arms, no longer held back or restrained by codes of virtue, mercy, or honor, just the strong weeding out the weak and taking what was rightfully ours. As the war still goes on to this day, years after I joined the Order of Horkos, I will stand, and I will fight, for Astria and for the Order, because we are war.